everybody, Steve Andrews with CKK Industries. Today I'm excited to bring you a Knife Kits classic. This is one of the kits that have been around almost since the very beginning, the SG4. We're going to be building it with Zebrawood handle scales, stainless pin stock, and stainless thong hole tubing. Hope you enjoy this video. All right, let's take it out of our box. And this particular kit does come with the bolsters. It comes with the pins for the bolsters as well as the pins for the tang. It does not come with the thong hole tubing, so you would supply the thong hole tubing if you wish to do that. As you can see, we have lots of options, but today we're going to go with the Zebrawood handle scales. Let's start by taping up our blade to protect our hands and the blade. When you get the tape on there, make sure that it doesn't get underneath where you need to put your bolsters. We're going to dry fit our bolsters first. Now that we've seen they fit up well, we're going to go ahead and epoxy our bolsters on. You want to do this first and let the epoxy cure for your bolsters before you start doing your handle material, because your handle material has to butt flush up against the bottom of the bolsters. And then once we got both bolsters on, we're going to go ahead and put our pins in. We're going to go to our anvil and we're going to go ahead and peen these in. The epoxy generally will hold everything on, but it's nice to peen these because what you're going to be able to get is a good tight fit with that pin expanding in there. Should you choose to use something like mosaic pin, you wouldn't be able to peen it. Next, we're just going to take our handle scales one at a time. We're going to tape them onto the tang of the knife. And we're going to go ahead and drill our holes. We'll just do the same thing for both sides. In this case, we went ahead and put one pin in the first hole just to help hold everything steady for the second one, because that tape can shift sometimes. Not too big of a deal if you've got the meat hanging over the side like that, because you're going to be able to, even if it gets off a little bit, you can still sand it down and smooth it out, but you don't want it to get off by too much. All right, now mix up a new batch of epoxy, and we're going to use this to put our scales on. It is always important to know which side of the scale you want to be out so that you don't put the epoxy on the wrong side. And make sure that we get good, even coverage. So because this knife has bolsters, you want to make sure and put your epoxy up at the top of your handle material as well. And once we've got both handle scales on there, we'll go ahead and put our pins and our thong hole tubing in. At this point, we're just lightly tapping. You shouldn't have to really hammer it through. It should be pretty smooth. If you're having to hit it too hard, then there's a problem. We're going to clamp our scales down. That way we can let this epoxy cure for about 24 hours. All right, we're going to go ahead and sand. Of course, you use many different sanding belts. You'll start a little bit coarser and work your way smoother. And once we get the final finish we want, we'll take it over to our buffing polishing wheel. Be careful, this is the most dangerous tool in the knife shop. That thing can grab your knife, and even with the tape on there, if it flips that tip up into your hand, it'll hurt you. So make sure you've got a good grip and use light pressure on this wheel. So now you see just how easy it is to build a knife kit. The next thing you got to do is just go right to our website, knifekits.com, and order one for yourself. When you finish it, do me a favor though, take pictures and send them to us. That way we can post them up on the website and on social media. If you've enjoyed this video, please take the time to like it, click the subscribe button, and click the notification button. We've got a lot more to come. Thanks for stopping by.